Oh, fuck. Trying to do Facebook Live at the same time. Welcome to Comfort Havoc number 2. The topic is loneliness. Okay, got that done. What the hell? This is why I hate technology. Oh, terrific. Alright, people. So I'm back, and I'm talking y'all here on Facebook Live as well as my Comfort Havoc number 2 on a touchy subject that no one really wants to address. And that address is loneliness. Alright? So, a lot of y'all don't understand how loneliness works. If you've never been a person who hasn't had an issue making friends, or having friends always having your back, or always having somebody to talk to, maybe never had a bout of depression, never had a sad moment in your life, then this video probably ain't for you. But it is for people like me. Alright? Because though I have friends, not as many as I probably should, but I have enough friends. You know, I don't need more than the ones I have, if you want to be honest, because being honest is who I am, which is probably why I don't have a lot of fucking friends. But let me put it to you like this. Loneliness doesn't strike everyone. You know, it only attacks a few chosen people. Alright? Literally, I can be in a room with people who are my friends and still feel alone. Now, I haven't been able to find out why that is, and to be honest, I'm okay with it, because sometimes the only friend you really have and the only one you'll ever need is you. Sometimes friends aren't always friends. Right? Sometimes people use you and abuse you, and they choose you because they can feel that thing about you that either you don't get, or they get it more than you get it, so they find a way to exploit it, if you would. I've been alone for 44 years of my life, even when I'm with people and even in relationships with chicks. You know, it's like I can't really explain it, but I can be in a room full of people that I know and that I love and that they claim know and love me, and even still feel totally alone. I don't know what causes that feeling, but it's been like that since I was a child, which is why I only really feel comfortable, like I said in my presentation for my class Wednesday. I think it was Wednesday. I hope it was Wednesday. Um, Toys have always been my friends. Toys and comic books. They've always been my one true set of friends, because they can fill in that escape void that even if I talk to my physical friends, that nothing really changes. And I don't know if that also could be part of depression, but I do know that loneliness is one of them things that if you're not experiencing it, it's hard to explain it to other people. Like I said, I can go into a crowded room full of people that I know and love and that claim to know and love me and still feel alone, because there are things about me that I can't explain to other people, or people just don't get me, and me trying to get people to get me is probably like going to war, because no one's more at war than the war within yourself, all right? And loneliness is not a joke. When people tell you they suffer from loneliness, that shit's real. It's the same thing as people dying from a broken heart. That shit is real. And a lot of people don't understand that, because when you're not alone, or when you're not lonely, or when you have people that's always around you, that's been around you since childhood, and you've never had that one concern of being by yourself. I'm not talking about like when you're alone in bed and you're trying to sleep or whatever, but just straight being lonely. And a lot of people don't know how it feels if they've never been lonely. I have moments where I am alone and I'm okay because I am alone. And then I have moments where I'm with people and I still feel loneliness creeping in. And it's like, it's like an anxiety. Like when you go to a party and you don't know anybody. So you try to hang with the people you do know, and then they all find people that they know outside of you, and they just scatter to the fucking winds, and you're like, okay, now what? And it's like that. It's kind of like if you ever see movies where all the other actors are in the show, but it pans away from them and just zooms in on that one guy. That lonely effect is the best way I can describe it. Not the Home Alone shit, but just the loneliness effect, where you feel like you're the only one in the room, even though there's more people in the room. It's kind of like that. There's no real depiction of it that can do it justice, you know. But loneliness is something that a lot of people do suffer from. And there's not enough research on it because I know that no one's volunteered me to go and do a research on why do I feel alone when I'm in a room full of people. And I don't really know myself what causes this feeling. I know I deal with it. Sometimes I'm okay and sometimes I'm not. You know, it's not the same thing as, well, I can play my video game alone because I like being by myself when I'm playing my video game, so I don't have to have people hollering and screaming and trying to decipher what's going to happen next. How are you going to carry the story along? Well, if you're by yourself, that shit's not an issue. So you can do that. But when you suffer from loneliness, all right, my dad died 3 years ago. So yeah, loneliness is a factor because I don't have him. You know, I would love to talk to him. I would love to hug him. I would love to give him a hug, a kiss, tell him how my fucking day went. Yeah, I said kiss. I kissed my father on the cheeks, motherfuckers. Get over it. No, maybe the forehead. I miss my father. And if you don't miss your parent, you know, either they weren't no good or you just weren't in a position to love your family, or however the hell your story is, you know how your story goes. My dad is the only person who's really truly ever loved me more than life itself. I can say that because it's fact. You know, me and my dad, we only bumped heads because I don't believe in favoritism. And sadly, unfortunately, he would always tell me, well, I do believe in favoritism. You're special. I was like, no, I'm not special. I'm your child. You have four of us. No one's special. You want favorites, you have one child. That solves that problem. But people don't believe in that. And then people do believe in favoritism. I don't believe in favoritism. I have favorites too, but I don't believe in favoritism. I still treat everybody exactly the same, whether you're my favorite or not. I'm not going to treat you any different than I treat somebody else. You know, it's just that simple. I might give you a little bit more advice than I would give someone that I love but don't like as much as I like you. And it is quite possible to love people and hate them at the same time. And let me reword that. It is okay to love people but not like them at the same time. If that doesn't make sense, then you're not up to speed at how the world works. By that I mean, alright, for example, I don't like the concept of having to clean up everybody else's animal shit. Alright? I didn't ask for that animal. I shouldn't have to clean the animal. But do I like the animal? I've been attached to the damn animal since we got it, so yeah, I like it. I'll deny that motherfucker in court, but I still take care of the fucking animal. I still clean up behind the dumbass animal. And why is that? Because I'm attached to it. The animals become part of your family. Things go wrong. You don't want nothing to happen to the animal, but in the event that it does, you shed tears for it just like everyone else. I strongly believe that if you're going to have a pet, though, and you're like under the age of 21, then it should be a fucking goldfish. Alright? Something happens to that goldfish, you can get another one. Something happens to that goddamn dog or that cat, you know, that's a whole lot of fucking money you got to spend to fix the damn thing. But even animals have never been able to cure loneliness. They're good companions, you know, kittens, dogs, puppies, but they all grow up and then they become a problem. But, you know, for comfort, sometimes pets work. Sometimes they don't. And a pet's only going to be so comforting for so long before you reach fuck it. Or before the pet reaches fuck it and decides to fuck you up. It does happen. I've been scratched by a lot of cats. But, you know, you can't make something love you. And sometimes you can't get rid of the feeling of loneliness. So as I close this out, I want you guys to think about this shit. Have you ever been in a room full of people that claim to love you and that you love and y'all get along, but have you ever been in that same room with them people and just felt totally alone? If you have, then you're halfway to where I am. I'm James Williams Jr. For those at Kung Fu Havoc number 2, this video is going to continue. For you at Facebook, we're pretty much done. So, be seeing you. If I can find the damn button to stop the video. There we go. And you know, this whole thing about loneliness, you know, is not something to be ashamed of, but it's just something that I can't fix. I don't know how to fix it. I don't know what it is about me that makes me feel that way. I can whip out my toys when I was a kid and play by myself. I was alone and I could talk for all the voices and do all the things, and it would sound like there's 20 people in here.
All right.
However, you know, things work differently when you get older. Things tend to happen just a little bit more out of our control, and we either adapt or we get destroyed. I have no intention on being destroyed by my emotional baggage. But at the same time, that emotional baggage is a part of who we are. So we have to deal, we have to adapt, we have to learn how to cope with these things. That being said, not everyone has the ability to adapt. Not everyone has the ability to cope. And when you lose these abilities or these mechanisms to help you get through life, it becomes a problem. So again, yes, sometimes I sit in a room full of people and I'm still alone. I'm James Williams Jr., just come having number two. Be seeing you.